Alright, it did work this time. Holy crap. Last time I screwed up the scheduled one because I didn't know I needed to click an extra button. I didn't know I needed to extra click a button. I thought like I pressed live streaming on my OBS and it's like, it's going there, but nope, you need to press an extra button, which now I think about it, that makes sense. But if you don't realize that, it doesn't make sense. Alright, let's pop out the chat so I can read it all the time too. I forgot that one. So now I have some time to actually set up things that you get the intro better instead of me going around for 3-4 minutes. If you don't realize that, it doesn't make sense. And I should have posted to Discords. Oh, that's the one thing I should learn to do this before. Where that one? Okay. I got a good link, right? Yes.
Station sponsor, the Center for Stress.
All right. Oh, there we go. That was a busy day of doing everything around the house. I'm excited to build on this one. So today we're building out this small corner and hopefully we get a good system here in the same way of making the other one. We need to close up the inside and then make it solid again. So first of all, we're gonna make an inspect. Go to section analyze so we can go a little bit there and actually see what we're doing this time. And then I'm gonna clean that one up. Because we're gonna remove all the small stuff here, which should be what we want. There we go. Let's see where this one is. And we make an -0.01 nil 0.01 offset that direction. And we make this one so we always have a small edge that this is not fully solid in, because otherwise we cannot cut it back away. And then we can do that. Got the corner here, so that should be fine. Cool. Now we can do this. And then we can create the edge of where we're going to join it up. Oh, this one needs more height, so we get the problem of how high are we going to build this one? Because if I make this one first and then build out the rest, that makes things a lot easier. Yes. Right? Yeah, that makes things easier, so let's go with that. Alright, so let's go for 20. That's the new body. Jeez, and now it's getting hot. Whew. Where is my... Oh, it's getting hot in here. Alright, so we got this one, because the moment we join it up, we get this piece. That's... was working in the wrong part again. Okay, so let's copy this body. Let's make a copy. You. We go back to bodies, and then we say joiner bottom. It's going to be disappearing soon, but it's always good to name. Guess now we can test this one out. So let's say vlamp join. I think it has something to do with this area. Okay, let's find out why it's not joining up. So if we can fix that one, then we're okay. So let's try again. See, something in this corner is not right, or it's too perfect, and then Fusion just flat out is like, yeah, not doing it. And the moment I remove this, it's joining it up. So now we can create this. And we still have that small damage. Think we will fix that next time. Yeah, we're gonna fix that the other way. Now we do that joining up there, so we can clean up this small corner because this is a lot of damage. But at least that one works. So now we can build this one. Now I want that corner in. I already have that one, so I cannot make a second section because I want this one. Go to analyze, that one is off. And see, make this section analyze, go from the top, go all the way down. I want them there, so let's see. So now we can see all the sides, and we can do that. Now I want to make that path going in here, make the circles there again, what I did on the top too. Because then we are gonna make the new groove. And then we need to remove this section again. It should be disabled because we're gonna hunt for the top one. Oh. Oh right, I did a cutout and then that's the one I wanted. So create a sketch. I just need that connection. I want that flowing connection. Construction, sketch, top, let, cut out, because then we can actually see it. And when we finish it and go back in the future, then it's still there. And because this is a sketch, we should be able to do, see, there we go, link. Welcome to History and Timelines and how this works. Oh no, I know which one, okay, it's, as long as nothing changes here, should be fine. See, now we have that one, and now we can say. So we still see this one. That's the most important part, because this is the connection I want. Because if we now go to this area and make a sketch here, bottom cut, no, let's cut out, and we just project. Oh, that's not fun. Okay, you piece of. The hate that it does not do the plane, but at least we got this one in. Because it's the same height, we get the exact same position and the exact same cutout. So that means that both positions are equally equal, and you create a system of like lining it all up, which is a good thing. Okay, that's that one. And now I just need to finish the sketch again. Go back to the analyze. Because now I want to double check something. Where did I make that one? I know I have made a position on this one. That's the one I want. So let's see how big this one is. 11 by 3. Okay, 11 by 3. 11 by 3. Let's go back to this one again. Because now we can remove the joiner. And if I make this one actually a little bit straight or in an angle. Oh, wait, who's missing me? Ooh, yeah, I'm live streaming right now. Wow. Everyone's live streaming right now. Well, it's Friday. I never stream on Friday because normally I'm at friends, but they were not busy. Well, I'm here. Hey Thomas, how are you doing, man? But how do you mean? Just the social media posting? Yeah, I'm still getting used to that part, so I'm still not very good with that. Or do you mean it in another way? Because otherwise I'm misunderstanding what you say. But we're trying to get the connection part, so... I'm currently working on, let's switch to the other one, work table. So I already fixed the top. So the LED strip goes in here. This one can sit in here. So now we have that simple connection. Yeah, sorry, that box is this. So that small box with the 3 pins on it is this one. So that's gonna connect here on the top too. So that's gonna do the cable chain. I'm now making the one completely on the bottom. So that's that segment. So that's that section I'm working on. So the outer layer, I'm trying to make the bottom good, so and less of the weird shapes I made in the first version. Yeah, sorry. I'm still learning how to live stream and do everything, so I'm getting used to it again, but it's the practice of like explain everything double, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times and just go with it. Yeah, so now I'm remaking. So this whole older version of the LED strip has some weird stuff in here that I made somehow, and I'm cleaning this whole LED strip pipeline up so it's hopefully better and cleaner for everyone to print and has less mistakes. Hopefully, because you always think it's less mistakes. Oh yes, thanks, please do, because I sometimes just rabble on and just like, I think I'm explaining it correctly, and everyone's like, nah, you're not explaining it, but hey, I don't know until someone says so. Thank you for that. Yeah, so I'm not fully happy if this one is angled up. So let's move this one a little bit. It still needs to be on this position anyway. But I also do not, because if I do it like that, it's hard to see, because this distance needs to be something. Because I don't want the LED strip inside this part having too rough angle that it's gonna bend. So it needs to be a little bit small curve that it has some flexibility to it and doesn't bend too hard. At least that's the goal of making this, that it actually works. So if you then buy this on printables, that you can easily install it without more problems. Because for me, like, I can design this for myself and solder away and just put so much energy into it that it works. But then it's like, I had so many people at the Maker Faire in Hanover like, I want this lamp too. And I was like, yeah, and didn't really fully think about the process of actually making a product that people can buy online or soon hopefully buy from my website, and I assemble it for you. But also on printables that you can assemble the lamp yourself. And then I realized, like, I can put this lamp just casually online right now. So, like, having fun with that. But I want to at least give quality enough that it is easy to assemble for more people than just me. I'm a stupid idiot that just does very complex things, and now I need to get the complexity down or the ease of assembling down, so more people hopefully have access to this lamp. And then you need to start thinking like, okay, I need to design it like this, or this, because otherwise it's just not working. And that's really just a learning mindset for me too. It's like, cool, I can make silly stuff and create stuff. Like for example, my dragon hat. And I was like, this is really cool, but for me, I have magnets in here, so I can disconnect the horns. Because every time I transport this in a bag or something, this gonna collapse. And if this is collapsing, then you can disconnect it ease and it breaks on the magnet. So thinking about that process, I see so many people putting their designs online, but they just designed it for themselves and then put it online. But now you need to make an assembly that works for more people than just yourself. So you need to step out of your own comfort zone and then realize, like, okay, but how can I make this in a way that works for more people, and that I'm still learning that. I had already had some people like very aggressively sending me messages every day. Where are the files of the lamp? When can I download it? When it's ready? And I had a couple like, yeah, I want a beta test for you, so just send me the files and I print it for you. Like, I already have enough beta testers, so I really don't need beta testers yet. And I'm still in the designing process of like how to make this whole lamp accessible for more people. Like, this is just not for me just, oh, I'm just gonna print it and just model it and just put it online, because I actually want to put some effort in it that hopefully people appreciate that and come back to me, because I know the moment I put this lamp online, people are gonna just buy it and resell it for with their own income. I accept that that's gonna happen, but if I put enough quality into it that people come back to me. Oh yes, yeah, yeah. For the first version, like let's switch again because that's easier. So the first version, I only had 40 days until the Maker Faire, and I knew these connectors existed, but I had no time to gamble, like, do I have enough time to model and adjust it, and does it work? So I fall back at the one thing I knew. Just a shit ton of soldering. It worked. Yep. This was not fun. This is 5 layers. So this is 1 layer on both sides, and this 5 layers up for the big lamp, which is awesome. But like, I'm not giving this lamp to someone like, oh, cool. You also need a soldering device, so, and a soldering equipment, soldering tools, and shrink wrap wires, and wires. You need to buy all that. And no one's gonna buy a product if you say that. Well, only a couple people that already have that stuff, and then you're talking about maybe 100 people. Like, if I can sell this completely without soldering, then you hopefully reach the bloody point of, cool, you can reach 1,000 people, or 2,000, or 10,000 people. Because every day you put it online, people can see it. And that's the process of making small prototypes that I can prototype. These were my old versions, but I was already putting the LED strip in. And then see how far do I need to go if I put it in the correct way. So at which height do I need to have plus minus to get this LED strip in the correct height? So you see that this LED strip is still not, is almost right in the center. So you now know plus minus in the physical way where I need to put the plug. So you call it BTF. I have no idea what BTF means because I've dropped it short, but I know that this position is where it should be, plus minus. Because now the LED strip is actually in the center of this point. Because I want to do my best to align them as good as I can. So I did this for the top, I did this for the bottom, and just puzzling it out like where to do this, because then I did it for the bottom. And get that to work. And then it's the same thing, like, oh, this one is pretty high, so I can go a little bit lower on the bottom. So you line it up, and you just physically see where it goes. Oh, BTF lighting. Oh, that's what I called. Oh, I just found them on AliExpress and found them with LED strip non-soldering connectors. So that specific company, but that's, yeah, finding the right word, because that's the same thing with the pogo pins. If I have a couple here, well, I should have a couple here. Like, most people know these things as an Apple connector, the Apple battery charging connector. So these ones, because most people want to random that, but then you're like, but what are they called? What are they called? Because most people like don't recognize what this is until you say, oh, this is an Apple charger. Because the Apple charger does the same trick. But you cannot find this with Apple charger. You need to type in pogo pin, and then you find the actual pins of like, oh, this is a pogo pin. because Apple made it their own company name of this is an Apple charger, the Apple charger connector. But then you changed it to the random thing that actually part what it's called. That's really cool. Then I learned like, oh shit, that's that thing. Then I went to whack with pogo pins, and then that's how we got at this lamp. Yeah, this smaller version is not containing pogo pins. I'm going for very simple. Just one layer, the stackable version. Maybe I can work it out to something bigger. But I safety first. Safety first, otherwise we're not doing it. That's the most important part for me. Safety first. Alright, so gets back to this section. And get that one in. Well, I hope to find... there's one easy solution, which I'm not fully happy with, so let's switch back again. So you can literally, if we get to this one, yeah, no, that's always the end. So I want a front. Please give me a front. Where did I throw it on the ground? Nope. That's the start. Okay. That sucks, but so the LED strips start with these things. And it works pretty good. And well, you can make a PCB board with 3 pins sticking out. So let's see if it zooms in. And just plug them in. But I hope to find a PCB thing that actually has this plug in total, so that you can plug in this one safely, that one clicks in to the board. Come on, zoom in, you can do it. But yeah, the cheap version is just 3 pins sticking out and you stick them in there. But that is not the safest way and I'm not happy with it, but if I cannot find the actual pin, then yeah, if we cannot find this thing in total, we're doing 3 pins going up, and that's pretty easy. That's the cheapest one. Hopefully, if you can securely say that, because a friend of mine is looking for them, then we still can do 3 of these pins with the offset and just plug it in there and make them big enough. Yeah, I'm not so good with the searching too, and a friend of mine is now the last 4 days busy finding a pin that is compatible with that, or a thing that is safer than just 3 pins sticking out, because we can do the pin safely and then do that, but we wanted a little bit safer than just 3 pins, because the 3 pins, yeah, it works, but that can get loose. People can flip them around by accident, and the other one is one-sided direction, so maybe we can duplicate the plug. Maybe. You know what? Maybe we can make a special pin that is actually on PCB stuff that actually has the clicking side on one side, so you cannot do it, flip it around by accident. Because this is not USB-C, it needs this side in, not that side in, because then you mean you're turning your ground and your voltage around, and then all the LEDs say boom. Yep, there's the smoke. So that's the biggest part I'm a little bit unsure about of the process of, like, right, I have no clue what to do there yet. I'm still looking how to solve that one, and that's the biggest thing. And well, making the PCB itself is hard for me because I have never done it. But enough people have done it that I know, like, cool, that should be easy and solvable in time. It needs time for me. But this small connection, Yeah, I am very very nervous because this connection doesn't exist yet, or I've not found the existing part yet. Yeah, that needs to go over the PCB. So there are solutions, but if we somehow find the PCB connection from this, because this is literally just it's literally this thing. So it's literally just this thing, this plug in. So if this just clicks in there, like this is the other side. So LED makers already have it. So if a PCB maker also has it, then it should be possible. Yeah, but yeah, that's the quickest solution. That is in solution. It's not the best one, but at least then we can get it in a working prototype stage, and then put in more research time of finding an actual better, safer connection. But at least we have an option, and not we have nothing until we get the connection. So, because my mind can get stuck. I want that connection, and ignoring everything else until I have that small connection, which is great. But then I get stuck at it. So I'm learning myself, like, okay, make a prototype fast solution that works. Think out the rest later. And sometimes my mind is not accepting that part. It's like, I'm not doing that. So, but there are solutions, but I'm not sure about which one is the good, correct one, and which one actually works. That's the scary part of like, yeah. There are multiple ways. We just need to find it, and I'm not sure about it yet, so I'm not saying like, oh, I'm gonna promise to make the lamp. I'm doing my bloody best. I really want to make the lamp, and I have so many people that are messaging me of like, when's the lamp ready? When's the lamp ready? Where's the lamp ready? Where's the lamp ready? Like, guys, you're making me very nervous with all the questions. But it's still fucking appreciated. It's still really awesome, but like, it's scary, man. It's scary. But yeah, it's like slowly removing all the weird scrap stuff that I have here, clean things up, make things more connectable, and that everything makes more sense, lining things up, and whew. Yeah, that's the scary part, man. Like I'm still doing it. I'm still working on it. just give me some time. But some people are really impatient, and I appreciate the point of like reaching out and finding me on all my social medias, and but like I'm just one person, man. Just I need some more time to build. I'm not a 100 billion company that can crank this out in 4 or 5 hours with 10 people working at the same time. Like I'm just me. I can do 3D printing, a tiny bit of basic electronics, no PCB electronics yet. I can solder, and I can paint a little bit, and I can do everything a little bit. But I'm not that bloody genius that can make everything in one so fast that you think like, what the fuck? That's the hard part. That's the process of it, and yeah. Okay, so let's continue because I'm rambling on. So there was a center here. Do I remember this correctly? 3 by 11. So that is a 3 by 11. And now we can do this. We have this sketch. I'm doing that. But yeah, like safety first. Like that's the most important part. Okay, so now we finish that sketch. We have this one in place. Then we create this sideline and then make it dot visible. And of course I need to project this one. that one. Can we line these ones up too? Yes. So this is the good curve. Then we can say this one, finish sketch. And then we say sweep, select path, going up. Then we say new body. Now we have that small pipeline. Doing the cutout. Is that also what I want at the top, that I did that simple? Oh, come on, camera. Yeah, and then I removed the empty part. Okay, cool. Because that's a cutout. We're gonna do some funky stuff in here to actually make an adjustable connector that were hard to explain, but if you want to connect, let's go to the other camera. It's slightly better. So if this is the top of the LED strip, and I have the bottom already connected and it's stuck at the bottom, and this one is not connected, we get the problem of how do we make, so if this one is already, let's make a prototype. Okay, so let's do this. So let's see. Let's make a prototype. Just showing it off. So we have this one at the bottom, and we have, let's do the high one and high to high. And we have this one now here. But it means that my LED strip is already sticking out at the max, and I only have this much space. I cannot get the LED strip attached to this small area, right? That's really impossible, but doing it at the bottom is a lot easier. Spring-loaded wire connections. Oh, that works. But so the bottom one, if it goes in, needs a little bit more space. I got an idea, and that's what I'm trying to prototype right now. So you, instead of the bottom has more space, so the bottom can go, this thing can go a little bit higher. So it sticks a little bit higher and it sticks out. Then you pick up the assembly part. You have space for your hands and your fingers. Put it in, clip it close, put it back down. And then there's a small piece here that sits in the plastic here that you pre-assemble. Small piece here. If this one sticks out, small piece, another small piece of plastic, clicks it down in the down position. And that holds it in down here. Because then you have the space of going up a little bit. And that small plastic piece you can grab from the bottom, so grab it down and just pull it like with your hands, with one finger, pull it down, and then it clicks into place there. Directly, it will tension the LED strip, hopefully enough that it stays in place and doesn't floopy around, so the LED strips always stay centered. At least that's my idea. That's currently my only idea, and otherwise I have no clue. It takes a small 3D printed part that is separated. You click inside the lamp, but you click it on the top with a small loose connection, and then you click it on the bottom with the same loose connection, but then you can move it down and just, there we go. At least that's the idea, and I hope that works. I hope it works. So just one thing that holds it in place, and the moment you put the whole lamp together, that thing should not move anymore, and it should have enough resistance onto the plastic connection that it stays there. If you ever need to take it apart, you can still move it around, and if that thing gets loose, you print new parts and you reattach it again. I hope so. That's what I'm trying to do with this one, because then this one gets tension here. And the roof, okay, this one is still loose, but the moment you put the roof on, the roof also slides this one in place. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. That's the whole idea of creating this next step model. But first of all, clean the steps up of cleaning my old deprecated lead pad that is not good, and build it out. So that's what we're doing here. Step by step is making the new part, because I already have the joiner bottom, so this makes it completely like that. Then we have body 1 that cuts it out. And then hopefully we're having a system where that joins in. That's what I'm hopefully prototyping. That's the challenge. Like, am I doing this correct? No clue. Will I do it correct? Also, no clue. And I'm still excited for it. Like, still just seeing how this goes and build it out. So we got the first part. This one. Now we're gonna make the cutout that this one works. So we're going to make a new sketch. I don't want that one currently, right? Because that is bottom cutout. No. This one, and this one. Then yeah, that's the idea of if I get that part and the small connection, the switching pin in, so we can variable switch the LED strip height, so we can attach the top and reconnect it to the next one and do that switching around. That's the part I hope to achieve today, but like, I have no clue how. I have no clue when. I have no clue. Still puzzling it out. Oh yeah, so let's grab this one. And let's remove this one for now, because then we can see. That looks okay. So that one is joined in. This is a bottom cut, so this should be fine. Because if we put this one back, we can see it's there. This one can be press pulled a little bit out, so we can do that. Then we can go back to the joiner bottom and adjust this one too. And then we say this one, and this one. Wait, can we? Yeah. Because we need... Oh, come on, give me the lines. Do a cut here, then not what I want. There we go. Now we need that corner. Okay, why are you doing this? This one needs to be lined up with that one. There we go. Okay, we got this one. Then we say that's. Support of the horizontal part. Wait. To see how you realize the support of the horizontal top of your actual structure. Oh, you probably have switched it, right, so that the corners at the bottom. Because I did this because I could do the let's straight up. I had my first version went let's strip in here, and then onto this section. So the let's strip went from this one to this one. What was like, don't do that. Yeah, realizing and trying it, that's the fun part of the modeling part. Like, yeah, that's that. But it's the fun part of learning and understanding this. Like, technically, I could say like, you cannot copy me stuff, and yeah. But there are so many cool tricks that you can learn by you building it, and I can see it from you. And I'm watching the chat, but that's over there, so I need to watch there. So for me, I know a lot of people are. When I told them, I told a couple people in my friends and people that I'm content creating with, like, yeah, there was one guy in my comments like that's building his own version, and there were two people that were like, oh, you're not suing him, but why? Because he's making your design and he's gonna sell it himself. Like, well, if he's done it faster, then it means I'm not good enough. I'm not fast. But at the same time, if I do that, I damage you and my whole community that wants to build with me and create their own stuff and make their own prototypes. And I can say that, like, cool, I'm a decent good designer. I know how to get the small puzzle things out of the way because the experience I build up. But in no way I will say that I'm the perfect godlike person in 3D modeling or CAD design or anything, because anyone can create something out of nothing and make something, and I'm hopefully inspiring you to make this, and that's why you're learning to make these steps of what you're doing. And I'm a little bit further. I'm 400 hours in the whole design. So yeah, I have 400 hours more experience in just doing this small design. But later on I might see something from you, a picture, and like, you know what, I should have done that too. And that for me is what counts in the community and building connections up. I couldn't care less if you're able to sell it. Well, I would be a little bit sad, but then I should have worked faster, man. That's how online communities work and how the internet works. But as long as you're having fun, then I couldn't care less. Yeah, if I'm noticing like, oh, you're actually gonna sell it and this and that, and you're just stealing my data, I'm a little bit on edge on that too. But you don't seem like that. You just want to build it too and experience the whole tricks. And that's bloody awesome, right? At least that's what counts for me. That. But it's about the fun and the inspiration of like, can you do it? And that's fun. Yes. Hey, and I'm really slow of actually selling the STL on printables. So hey, if you're sooner making your own, hey, fucking awesome. I'm taking my time with this one. I preferably be safe than stupid. I think that's the thing that counts the most for me. And then we say join, and then we're gonna remove this one, and this one, and this one. Because we're gonna do a small cutout as we join here. Yeah. Yeah, but that's the good thing, like, that's how you start up things. creating stuff and having fun with it. And for me, that's more important. So like I couldn't. For me, the process of like, how do you say that in a good way? I'm excited for you that you're trying this because you're learning all the parts I have done too, and I'm just excited to see you taking those steps too. That's really cool. That's what makes it fun for me. Building out that. I'm not sure about this one, so... Because we need to do a small cut here. Why is... Heck yeah! Progress, man! That's the important thing. Yeah, you made progress. That's... yeah. I'm excited, man. Like, I love making things, but when I did it on Twitch and I was live streaming on Twitch, building the big bastion, so that was... Oh, tank is downstairs. So... Yeah, you can see a small driving tank on my YouTube channel in the short section. And I was building that one, and I had a kid from, I think Italy, that was like, oh, I saw your stream. Hey, which 3D printer do you advise to me? And I was like, well, do you like to build yourself, or do you want to print and plug and play? This was in 2017, so you had Prusas that you self-assemble with a really good guide. And Enders. So he went for an Ender, and for the next 6 months, every stream he was asking all the questions of like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And how do you do this? And how do you do that? And like every time I explained it to him, I started up simple, but I gave him more complex answers back of like, you should know this. I already explained all the things. You just need to click it, and I stopped giving him the right answer that he wanted. And he had a point of like where he got so mad at me, like, why are you not giving me the answers, man? I need it, otherwise I cannot make my printer, make my project. And I've not seen him for 4 months, and then I also had not streamed for 6 months in total. And I was streaming Cyberpunk, and I was trying to make a weapon of that. He joined back in the stream, and he was like, I know I was hateful back then, but I thank you that you made the questions not obvious, because it made me think myself. And he learned so much by applying the knowledge I gave him and reusing it in his own mindset of breaking things out. So he made a robot hand with with air valve. So the syringes where you can put air in, he made an air tube. So when he puts a syringe down, he can move one finger, and the other syringe moves that one, and the next syringe moves that one, and he made that. And that for me is why I make stuff, and I want to do more of that so I can inspire other people. And he got so bloody excited, and now I sometimes see him still on social media hanging around, and it's an awesome kid. And he learned all that because I gave him the directions. Yeah, Punetic. Yeah, I cannot say that word, but that one. He made it himself, but like because I wasn't giving him all the answers directly. Because, come on, use your own brain. He stepped out of his own comfort zone, and he was so asking much, and then he realized like I already knew the answer, I just didn't know what it was yet. So I'm very excited that I'm helping that, and you're doing the same right now. You're trying to make your own design of my lamp and having fun with it and getting experience and exercise, and that counts for me. Like those connections, that's really cool. That makes making things more awesome. Just that makes it only more awesome. yeah, like in the start, the first month, I was helping him really in details, but then I stopped giving him all the details because in my head it's like, all right, I already explained it 4 times. Now you need to know it. So I gave him more puzzling answers. Oh, absolutely, but at the same time, I'm having fun, and like talking is also fun. I also do a lot of off stream too. But sometimes it's good to connect and be distracted because sometimes I'm focused for an hour and it drives me nuts of just I'm just watching my screen. Oh man, you can stay. I'm having fun talking. I can catch up anytime. Don't ever discontinue yourself for someone else. Like if you want to be here, you're welcome. If you're not, you're too. Like streaming for me is not making the object, it's also making these connections, and that's I call important too. So there are different ways to do it. And I'm also very reactive on chat, so that's sometimes I need to stabilize. But hey, you need to start somewhere because that's how that works too. So all right, so we have the joining box right now, which should line up. Then we have the cutout that lines it back up here, so this all gets solid, and then we need to spread it out to all the pieces. And then we can build out the center section, and we can build out the holding section for the LED strip connector box. But first of all, we're gonna make a lot of these. Alright, so join a box. Then we say pattern. And then we say axis select. Wink. Quantity 8, 16. There we go. Let it think, let it think, let it think. Come on, Fusion, you can do it. Thank you. Alright, so this one, 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 and this one. These ones, and because I know my measurements, 3D times 2. And that lines it up perfectly with this one. Because I know my sizes right now, I've done them too much. So let's do that. Let's grab the, no. Wait, you can, no, okay. And move this one a little bit more up so we can see a little bit more. There we go. And there we go. So now we got that one, so we can join everything up. So now we can select this one, then we say select. We don't have to remember this one, so we can just join, and this one to this one. Good, then everything joins up, hopefully, no crash. Good job, Fusion, you can do it. Sometimes I have no faith in you, but most of the times you can. Because we're gonna work this out, the special piece part, but we can do that later. And now I want to disable the sketches and make this one press pull by 1. Good. Okay, now it's press pulled, no join place. There you go. Okay, now it sticks out. We're doing the same process. We're gonna access, circle it around 16 times. It remembers this time. Then we have cut out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. And you are gonna move up again by 3 times 2. Split by 2, because we're halfway up. And we have this one, Then we grab the outer layer again. Then select, and then we do a cut out to this one, hold shift to get the whole line. So you click the first one with control and then hold shift, click the last one, and then it selects the whole line in one fell swoop. And now we're gonna remove this one because I don't want to have that cut out. And go.
The Center for Stress Management.
And now we have a new piece, and now we need to hollow this part out, but that's the next step. This is the hardest part where I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, or how high. Oh, right. I had a point of, let's measure that. Where is my millimeter meter? I'm gonna do this off camera for now. So, what is the distance I need to go up safely? So let's give it 2 LED strips plus that. Double check, is my millimeter correct? It is now. So let's see how big is this. How high do we need to actually go? Plus minus a little bit average. Okay, we're going 65 centimeters up. So 65 centimeters. 65 millimeters up. And that's where the clip needs to rest in. Ooh, yeah, that should work. That should work. Okay, so let's go for that one. We got the cutout. Let's bring this one back. So this one needs to go plus minus. Let's copy it up. Is this straight? Yes, thank you. So that needs to go there. So that is the distance that I need to hollow out where this one and the guiding path can go up. So the LED strip needs to go up there, and we're gonna make a small guiding path around it. So a small guide here. That hopefully not interferes with this one. Whew, this is gonna be a challenge. It's very tight. Can we do it another way? No. Let's disable this one. Okay, so we're gonna make a small guiding path that gives them the space to going up and down. That is fine. Yeah. Offset. Maxed out. Let's strip connector. Let's see where that goes. Please, we got that one. So we know plus minus the position. I want to clean up the center pad first, so that's, I think the next step is a little bit smarter to do. So let's disable. Because we still have, how do you say it?
You are listening to 24/7 London Radio.
We still have some dirty pieces in here. Yep, camera, thank you. Still have some dirty pieces here, so I want to remove those so it becomes cleaner. I think that's the next good step, but then we need to clean it up. How do you set the position of the strip connector such that the LED strips are centered in the middle of the hexagon? Well, I have no play on this side to this side, so this is half a millimeter bigger than the LED strip itself, so there's no way that it can go left and right. Up and down is measured out, because I know that the LED strip up and down version, LED strip to LED strip, is literally 33 millimeters from 1 to 1. That's how I know the height, and the up and down is just because there's no wiggle room left and right. Yeah, so I measured each. So you measured the LED strip the positions, and with that data you can make your because this whole yeah. So check your own LED strips because some LED strips changed it a little bit, but for 30 LEDs a meter, 33 centimeters makes sense. So they make that, and LED strips in distance should all be the same distance, so that should be correct. That's how I do it. So there is a small discrepancy of distance. Yeah, so that's why the start and the end I will change a bit, because then I measure from that connection to this, but the rest is all lined up to this. So the ends are always a little bit more special because I connect from this point to this point and see how far the plastic sticks in. Then I need to make that point of where the LED strip becomes. And I know that I always have this distance, and there's a little bit of play that people do a little bit too far with, so I give it 2 millimeters of play. Or 1 millimeter, well, in this case I do 1 millimeter of play. And hopefully in my tutorial I can explain you need to do that precise as you can, as I can get with the picture. And then you get the distance close enough that the pixel itself always looks centered. Because even in my big lamp, there are some faulty ones at the bottom that are, the LED strip is not curved like that, but the LED strip is already bending to the inside because the wires itself are pulling it outside. This one is softer than the rest, but it's so hard to see that almost no one notices it until I say it. And then people are like, oh, indeed, that LED strip is a little bit softer because the angle of the LED strip is not this, but that. And that's what I'm trying to stop with this redesign. And I only know this because I noticed myself, some LED strips are not fully centered. And it's like, I made some small mistake somewhere. Yep. I only know them because I saw them myself. That's how you learn. Make mistakes, fall flat on your ass, and stand up again and see where you go. At least that's the hardest part. Yeah, and don't be discouraged, because like it's the hardest part of making this. Like, yes. See, damn it, you noticed. But if you don't really point it out, almost no one noticed it, and I'm trying to correct that. But there is always a small point of like, it's so hard to finalize, but because I know I can perfect it to always align, but then everyone needs to do the same perfect installation. So there is a small bit of play in that. But the LED strip, the LED position on the bottom or on the top is always strong enough that you can see them. There's a really small angle that it can go wrong or a little bit misaligned. But the space is big enough that even if the LED strip is not perfectly centered but a little bit off, it's really hard to see. And at that point, my mind needs to accept from, yeah, this is fine. And if you notice that, you send me a message like, cool, then you need to shift this top connection a little bit in deeper. Because this shifting of that point connecting in here, that is probably the thing that shifts the LEDs up and down. If you really want to go that perfect, well, disassemble it again and shift the points there a little bit. That's all I can say, but like, if you're that type of person, then you're gonna do it anyway. So, yeah. Right, that was there. That's the offset, that's the cutout. Enable that one again. Not that one. Top angle cutout, please. Nope. Yeah. Like, mechanical and CAD design, I feel decent enough. The electronic parts, I know the basics, but I'm still learning that. So that's you're gonna learn, and that's really cool. That's the whole process of, where is this one? There. Okay, we need to go all the way back. Yes, I want not that one. I do not want that one. Yeah, I need this one. So there we go. Make a copy. And hopefully cut out top, stay. And hopefully I don't screw it up with this one. Fusion! No, 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 no. Yeah, that's safe, because I learned my lesson. And cut out stay. Nice, okay. Now we can go back to this one. Oh, history, man. Go back, grab the piece, and do it again. Like, wink. And now it's calculating. You can do it, Fusion. I know I'm always throwing at you, and I always am being mad at you, but I know you can do it. Good boy. There we go. Cool, and now we have the cutout of that perfect alignment, so we can make a new sketch on this one. So this one can be gone, top angle cutout can be gone, mix align, where's this one? Alright, that one is now gone, so now we have the place where we want to do that cutout. Cool. Because we still need to fix the center, which is the most important part. Because we have this one to this one. You know what? I think this is pretty easy. It's just connecting this one up, right? It's just lined up. Hey, yup. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be an easy one. I hope. Okay. So let's make a sketch here. Then we say project to this one and this one. And then we have that. And then we say this one and this one. Then we go to this section. And we say, oh, I said safe here. Oh, this went a lot easier. There are so many sections in it, and like hopefully soon when the index drops, I want to work out a way that I can make these sections in colors. So this is going to be a separate section that you can color in with different type of colors. So like, hey, I want a white base with a black line out, or a white sections with golden or red or transparent plastic light out. I have no clue what someone want to put in, but you get a different color proposition of designing it. Just bringing the index to life, because like that looks really cool. Then I can say to my base lamp, oh, it's 250 euros. Oh, you want a custom color in it? That's 350. 100 euros for a color is much, so I think 300 then becomes. You want a custom color onto it? 300 euros. You get your own customized color with it. I can then the STL with basic light, so the current one, hopefully, and then I can re-upload it with color propositions and different sections that people can play around with that part. and hopefully resell that one. Like, you need to think about selling, because trying to make this my work. Oh, that's hard. That's really hard. I took some time of making these offsets. So what I did is that everything is lined up perfectly, but then the hexagon is shrunk in. So the LED strip is probably 35 millimeters per LED, but I shrunk it 1 millimeter on both sides, so you end up at 33. That's why I know 33 is my model. I think yours should be 35, but measure your own LED strips and be sure about it. Don't take advice from my numbers, because that's my shape. And so I made that offset per position and tinker with it, but I want to do something cool with it. But that's the next step. Okay, new buddy. Cool. Because now we have LED strip bed joiner. And nope. Also that. But these shapes are a little bit funky, weird angled, because you can see that they're not straight. They're folded round, so they're kind of like that. Yeah, make your shapes. That's awesome. Like, I hope to see it someday. They don't really have a way of social media where you can put it on my Instagram as a reel or link me on YouTube. I don't really have a Discord yet. I'm not sure if I want to put out a Discord yet, and I'm still heavy thinking about, am I gonna start a Patreon or another supply, because I still feel like I don't think I'm worth it that people want to pay me, but already a couple people are like, yeah, like, do you have a subscription, a monthly subscription thing? Like, I don't. Oh, it's sad, because, well, I want to support you, and I need to accept that in my mind. Like, people really want to support me, but I need to find a way where my head is acceptable with it, and how to do that. Yeah, that part is still scary for me. that's like, I'm still puzzling it out. Okay, so let's see if we can join them up. Then we say select this one. Then we have this one and this one. Can we just join them up? Yes. Okay, cool. Because now we need to do this one and this one. Ooh, that's gonna be. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, so this one, select the axis, go again, 16 times, yes. Now, it's needed 1 and 2 is that. Oh, this is evil. Ew. Ew, wait, 1 is stuck there. 2 needs to go high. 4, 8, 3. Wait. This one and. I have made myself a hard way to do this, huh? Okay, we can puzzle it out. So 1 and 2 is that. So 2 and 3 is this. What? Okay, so that should this one. Nope. Okay, now we have this one. Okay, now we need to do that step, so that step, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Right, got them. Whew, don't touch it. So 3 times 2. I always say times 2. But okay, so this one is now going up. Cool. Now we say B-lamp outer line, do a save, because this is a really, really big combine. Okay. But yeah, like, I'm still puzzling out, like, if YouTube grows and people can subscribe on YouTube, that is awesome. I don't know if Patreon or something else works for me, like, because I don't feel like I can give you guys a model every month, but that feels, I need to force myself to make a model that is good enough for you guys every month. That feels a weird way to give things back. I need to accept that I don't have to need to give back, but I want to also give you guys something. And what I give is technically that I'm modeling this and make all the designs, and that's the part I need to appreciate. But like that's the hard part. You want to physically give something back. But if I say every month you get 3 models of me, that some of the mini design figure guys do, so they make Warhammer or Dungeons and Dragons figures, and they crank out 3 models every month. So you get an elf, you get a plant-based and a druid-based guy, and every month that change, and like to be honest, I don't feel like doing that. That's something that's not me. I make a lot more complex things, but I'm still puzzling that one out of like how to get that point of where can you build your community up, and I don't feel shy getting anyone else's money, because that still feels weird in my mind. It's like you want to do the right thing, but you also need to live. So that's the whole thing of doing that. Okay, now these insides are clean too. Awesome, they all look clean. Okay, so that is spread. Yeah, I know I can do it, but then for me that also kills the fun, man. Like. So now we extend it. Yes. And I don't think I'm that type of person, but at the same time, what other are also saying. Let's double check if the lines are fully solid. Yes, everything looks clean now. Like I don't have the weird raffles anymore. It's just now a good, clean LED strip pipeline. Awesome. Oh yeah. Okay, so cut up, stay. See, I already like the top. Looks funky, but now we're gonna do the same for the bottom and make a design that works for that. We're getting there. Okay, I need to check my sugar, so give me a moment. The hard part of being diabetic. I need some extra insulin. So let's go for 3. Guess we are there. Yeah. And it should, if we're technically going into this one, save as mesh. And let's put you over there for now, because I don't want to have in maker coin. Data, big lamp. Let's make a new folder. Oh, no, I already have it. Yep. Printables, test, save. Let's go to this one. Oh, yeah, made a maker coin for someone. Yep. Not for you guys. And there we go. And then we go to data, big lamp, printables, and then we say test, load it in. So this is the whole lamp, and as it should fit on here, like the print is at 25 and this is literally 24.4 something. So this takes some time, so I can take a drink. Ooh. Here we go. Generating the G code. Come on. You can do it. Come on, you silly thing. Be done with generating. You can. Oh, come on. Ah, there we go. The height. The height is 24/7, 247 millimeters. 24 centimeters. The diameter is 105.2, I think. Diameter, no clue, to be honest. Like, let's make a new one and plus minus ballpark. 14 centimeters is the diameter, but that really depends on how many sections, because mine is 16. If you make it bigger or smaller, it becomes bigger and smaller. But the height, the core one is capable of, yeah. So it should be 270 or 25, because I have a small sense if you put the index on, it's gonna lose some height. And I went for this height because I can add another one technically, but then a lot of printers cannot print this, and I make this design already that any printer can print it. I had no clue back then that I was gonna put it on printables yet, but that other people can at least print it on the printer. Most printers are 25 centimeters or bigger. You have some really small printers, but then like that's too small. I'm not gonna make that small. But staying on the 25 centimeters is for me a correct height where like most printers most average printers can take that height. But yeah, so what I do here is also always check the bridging. So you have a bridging here, that makes sense. And there is one small bridging here which I'm gonna fix. And if we go from the bottom up, you see that this is the only bridging. Because I designed this in an angle that works. So this is a small bridging zigzag, so just for infill. But all this, if you print in the correct height, doesn't need bridging, and it just keeps going. So the only bridging you technically have is this area. This is the only bridging area of the whole design. Because also on the top, I made it that, yeah, okay, this small corner, but design details. I can fix it up later. That's just a small corner I need to clean up. That is just delete at the end, delete those faces, because it's literally just this small piece, and I can just delete this. I should be able to delete this. And then it's cleaned up, but I'm only deleting at the end. Yeah, because I keep in mind that everything, I can go to push to 40, but I always do 45-degree angles, and if really needed, I go to 40 because I know printers can do it right now. But I'm always watching with it, so I kept that whole design of why this angle and this angle is also in 35 degrees and that works. But if you do 0.2 and a little bit wider, then this works, and I will put that tutorial out how you do that and print it in right sizes and get everything checked in place. So that's why like my whole thing is printable in one fell swoop, because that. And if I can get the inside better, you technically don't need infill. Like you need one small infill point here, and this is all the infill you need. Like technically you can do it without you can remove almost the whole infill, so you can say infill 0. And if I make a small air pocket in there that connects that area, if it's done slicing, you can do this one without infill. Because then the rigidity of the strength becomes up. Kind of curious, can you do it without infill? I think you should be able to, or is it then the bridging? Yeah, you still need a slightly bit of infill. Why do we have that one here? What is that? Oh, can I actually? I proudly say I can do it without infill, but okay, you need a slightly bit of infill for that area. So this is the only technically infill you need. If you make a small air pocket in here, so you make a small air pocket here that it bridges around the air pocket here, then this whole shape is strong in itself, but now it can squish bend like that. But if you make a small connection and an air pocket here that it bridges this plastic as an outline, then this squish stops, because you have 2 points of then the squishing of that area. That area stops. But you still need infill here. Like this is not the most tidiest part. Yeah, and then I need to make the bottom flat too. I can do that. Yeah, so if I remove, only the bottom one is gonna be a challenge, so that's that one. But if you go to section 2, because this one is flat, so if I somehow can make this one angled 2, so if I can make this bottom plane angled 2, that's the only thing from stopping me removing all the infill. And then the top, of course, because then I need to redesign the top too. Yeah, so then the top becomes a problem. That's really cool to think about. Like, can you do this actually without infill? Like, there are small. Yeah, okay, so. Wait. Wait. Oh shit, you actually can. Wait. Oh shit, you can actually can. Like, okay, there's a small piece here, but I think this is small enough that you can bridge it. And again, you can make a small air pocket in here to actually make it bridgeable. So technically you can do it without infill. Yeah, okay, this is the hard part. So you need a couple small air pockets that start in this area and then goes up. So it's technically infill, but then you can make a lamp without infill. So wait. What? I might be interested in this, because this is 13 hours, so this is 14 hours. And if we do 50% infill, if this is too much, it almost becomes design worthy to do it, because then you save 4 or 5 hours of time. You know what? This started as a joke, but now I'm really slowly like, maybe.
You are listening to 24/7 London.
Yeah, that's. I always try to keep it as a conserve, so I'll take infill 10% is probably good enough, but if. Oh, 16 hours. Okay, so that saves 4 hours. That's not worth modeling. That just accept the infill. Okay, just accept the infill. I'm not like it. If this, oh wait, this is on speed. I don't want it on speed. Please no, that needs to be on structural. Now it's gonna be slower. I don't know why it's keep forcing me. It's keep the print settings on speed. I dislike the speed because the quality drops too much. So I always go for structural. That one's a little bit better, and I can get my own structural, which is better. So normal structural should be 22 hours, right? Come on, you can do it, Slicer. This is not a hard model. I can give you a hard model, and then it takes an hour to slice, which kills my my stream in total, because then we need to wait an hour, because that model will freeze up my whole computer, and my computer is stuck when I load that model in. That was this one in high poly version. This dragon head with around 17 million polys. This one I loaded in and was able to click on slice, and then it took a whole freaking hour, and my whole computer was just like stuck. But it did slice. Not doing that one again. That was way too much. So yeah, this is one day. And structural, that one. This should be 20 or 18 hours. I always try to find the midway of like tweak the settings a little bit, so it's around 1 day printing for an average person. Ooh, cool. Yeah, I did I have a full self-assembled Prusa Core 1, and it works, but I have a physical problem, so my eye access is still bad, and I'm trying to reach out for support, and support is not reacting anymore, so I sent an email to normal info supply of Prusa, because they said so the live chat sent me like, oh, we're gonna send you to support line 2. Got nothing back, so I have no clue where I am, and my printer still has a physical problem. So that's 23, so yeah. Yep. Oh, now we have that. Oh, interesting. But yeah, still need to. Yeah, I hope to react out. Otherwise, I'm just like, cool. I will take my own printer apart and we'll be done with it. But yeah, that takes a little bit of time. Okay, so we got that one set up. We now gonna make the attachment part. No, not that one. Okay, where is it? There we go. Okay, now we need to make a small box for this one. Okay, it needs to go flat on this side, because then it lines up with this section. So when we make this box align to this one, and we turn it around and go up, it should line up with this one, because these two are equal height to split by 2. So that should work. So that's 16.5. Easy, but we make the box like that, sticks it out a little bit, should be fine. Now my brain is just projecting the next steps, and I'm bad at explaining that, but I have trouble explaining what my brain is thinking, because sometimes I don't even follow my own brain and just, alright, let's do that, because my brain thinks it's good. It's not always the best thing, but most of the times it works. Yeah, so we're gonna make that box that the wire's in, then we hollow this whole part out until the second box. So until we get to the second box and make that clip connection. Hey man, if you need sleep, go to sleep. Like I'm still puzzling this part out, and I will see where it goes. I'm still making progress. I need to get used to it again, and if no one is saying anything, I will ramble on my own way, and if you and other people say like, but I don't understand this part, then I can like, all right, then I can make the clicks of how to explain it in a way that works for you and for other people. I need to get used to again, like, my mother passed away before Corona, but I need to get my mind back of, I need to be able to explain everything to all of you guys like that my mother can understand it. But she has no clue about electronics, but if I can explain the base details to her, then I know I can explain it to anyone. But then I need to up it again because you and others are a little bit more technical, so I can skip some parts. And you need to find the midway in that of like, how do you reach the point of explaining it in the correct way and don't take too long and do all that. That takes time. There's no way to go around that in any other way than try and learn and see where it goes. And probably I'm talking too fast, so I'm trying to slow myself a little bit down so it becomes a bit better. But my excitement and happiness, and I ramble on. That's the hard part for me to unlearn. It's like, stop talking so fast and slow down and take that time to process what you're saying. Because sometimes you say it too fast and then you realize, I should have slowed down, because then you have that small second of processing. I should said that and not that. Yeah, man. Hey, have a good night. See you next time. I try to do consistent streaming on Tuesday evening. At least that's my main goal, because that's the day of the week I'm always mostly free. I have no other appointments. Monday and Friday I have other appointments, but if they drop off, I stream on that. Sometimes on Saturday if I'm really in the mood. And Sunday and Wednesday are gonna be hard because I'm doing CrossFit exercising, so that just gets me so tired, and then I'm like, I'm not doing a functional stream. But Tuesdays, I'm gonna do my best to at least every Tuesday I can stream. That's my main goal, and sometimes in the week, like today, don't have an appointment, not hanging out with friends, and then, you know what, let's stream and see where we're making progress. But hey, good night, good luck there, and see you next time. I'm gonna keep tinkering. So let's make this box. First of all, how do we make the cut? So we made it 2 millimeters big. Okay. Okay, so let's first grab you. Let's do the box completely. Do we need a bigger one on the bottom? Because then... yeah, we need a slightly bigger one at the bottom. Yeah, darn it. Okay, so we have that one. And then 2 out. 2 out to make things consistent. And then I'm going a little bit bigger on the bottom, I think, or do I wanna... Did it feel okay? Because... is this okay? Because then it's... Is this feeling okay? I think so. I am... Then we have this connection going up. Am I fine with just this spacing? I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, okay. Let's see if we just go with the same diagram, we can always extend it, so that should not be a problem. Then we project that one. This one. And then we project this one, and this one. Then we got at least this one already. So that's... And we can cut it away again. Then we grab that one. Yes, okay, cool. So we do this one connecting up here. Because then we make the side edges and they're still equal to the top, so you get the same distance. Yeah, that should be fine. And we get the same distance here. So we now have this one, not, yeah, this one too. And this one. Okay, we want to make the box like that. This is what we're gonna cut away again. And we do that. So how much height? New body. Let's make a new body. To make it actually cool consistent, do we need that one to... yeah, that does not matter. No, okay. Okay, so we can make that one and that one. Let's make it 6.9. Because I don't want to have 8. Okay, now we're having the better position. New body, and then we say bottom connect holder. There we go. Now we make that one, select, keep tools, this one, there we go. Then we can do a press pull on this one. Then we have the same position as that one, yes. So if we now remove that one, works. Nice. So now we got the connection going up, and now we only need to do the part I have no clue about how to do it yet. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, so we have the LED strips, so this is the part that we actually need to cut out in total. And then we need to make a guiding pad that goes all the way up there. Because we need space that the LED strip can move, so we actually need to cut it out. Yes. Cool. And that one should work too, and then we have the small clips. So the moment we get the bridge up, can we do that? Oh, okay, I'm a little bit... How do we do that? Okay, so first of all we need that connection, so we can go for this one. Then we say print and play. That should be that one, yes. And this one and this one. Okay, you need to be gone. I don't need you anymore. You're in the way. Okay, we need the perfect cutout for that one. So this one. Particular. Okay, let's see. So we make an offset plane because we don't want to cut this part. And then we say minus 8.5. I think this is correct. Yes. And we go up. We said 65, so 65. That's the space, and it's not gonna get loose because the connector clip itself, this is still bigger. So it doesn't get loose. The LED strip itself can get loose at the moment until you get that small connector pin in, and then it lines up. So then that part has a lot more breathing room, saves plastic. So yeah, so then we say new body, because we're gonna cut this away 16 times again. Gutter. Let's make that piece going up. So we're gonna say the standard rotation again. Oh man, I almost want to make a macro of this one. Just click this body, do it 16 times, click half of it, go up at 30. That you can make one. I should puzzle if I can make a macro of that, because I'm doing this specific action so many bloody times. Because now it's this one, 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 and this one. Because now we can say in here, combine again, and then we say cut, don't keep tools, and do that. Cool, now we have the space to move, but now we need to hold, because we have this one needs to stay somehow here. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get so many cables here that getting that piece in there is gonna be a pain. Or is that, am I overthinking it? Am I overthinking it? Do I? Okay, am I assuming that people will just fiddle it in and just click it together, or am I gonna make a whole holding section? Is the holding section that you can click it in here and then hold it down, is that I'm overthinking it again. So if I make a simple clip that you just at the end click on here, that should be safer. Is it? Yes. Yes. Okay. And we also need to do something else here. What is this distance? So that is 3.5. So we're gonna go 3.5 up. Plus 3.5. Nope. Yes. Then we say this one and this one. I put this one back again and look it from that direction. Yes. Okay, now we can go back in the timeline again to the front. Because now we don't have the bridging problem and we can make it steep, a little bit steeper, I think. I want to check that this one 2 plus minus this one is 76. Yeah, that should work. Okay, yeah. So we can do this one. Then we say 2 distances and then we go a little bit steeper. $66. That should be fine because then the ship has a little bit of wiggle room there and that should be fine. Because then this part is not falling, because if it is straight then you have bridging problems. Okay, well, saves a bit of plastic, right? Because we're cutting away all the plastic. Like, I can go higher, but like, why? Like, this is just that you can connect the pins together and see if it works. Yes. Is this gonna work? Yes, because I can go complex and make a clicky system that you're clicking before the wires, but I think people will bend the wires and just click it in. That should be a-okay. That should be okay. So I can remove another complex part that I don't have to model and it should still be okay, right? Because making it simpler is better. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Right. But we still need to make a small complex part here. So yeah, so this one needs to be a little bit bigger. Hello? There we go. Okay, that's a tiny bit bigger. It's a little bit weird, but then we have a little bit more space where we can make a clip here and then holds it in place here. Right? Yes. Alright, so now we need to make a small holder clip so it doesn't go away. And we need to make it big enough that it's yes, so we're gonna make small this one. So 2 small divot, yes. Okay. Let's center it up. Copy this one over with a mirror. Do that. And we say offset again by 2. No, -1. We say
To our station sponsor, the Center for Stress Management.
cool, that's the divot that it doesn't go off, so the clip cannot go to the outside. And this one is a press pull. I like chamfers more. If you go to one it breaks, but 999 is fine. it's fine. Yep, that works. Nice. Nice. Alright, then we make that part, so now we only need to make the clip. Now we can make that pretty bulky. Then are we gonna make a cut? Because it needs to be 1, and this is the bottom. Like, if I make the height this thick, I get the spacing to actually print that, but I want to go for as small as this part can. So the smaller I can make it, the better. But yeah, I want to make it the same as the ceiling, that this part also becomes the bottom. I'm not sure how much. How much is good? How much can we line that up? Because if I go too small, there is no space here. So I cannot make the bridging clip like this one sit in here and then click under it. And how big is this? This is 6 millimeters. So I. Uh, 6 millimeters. That's not much. That's not much because that is only. It's only this. I can give it a bit more space by just going up. Because then we can go. Press pull. We have 1 more millimeter and then we're clipped on there. Okay, and then we can do that. Now I can make the sketch here of making an angled cutout where you can clip the thing in, hopefully. Okay, so this is 1 millimeter up. Then this is 2, right? So if we go for 1.5, so 1.5, so 1.6, that's 8 lines. And then 0.6, 0.8. Then we go to this one again. And we say 9135. Okay, so that's the cutout. So we make that angle on here. And we always make the center point so we can mirror it. Now let's see where we're going. So if we do this one, mirror it back to the other side because we need both sides. And then we say this one and this one. And I think around, so what's the total? That's 10. So make a clip of 6. Clip of 6 should be fine. Yeah, clip of 6 should be fine. So we have an offset of -4. And then we go to 6. Yes. Yeah, okay. Let's clean that up. 6.5. Wait. Oh, right, this is round. There we go. So if we make a clip of 5 millimeters, there's a little bit of wiggle room where you can just click it in. So now we can make that one. So now we go back to this sketch because we can reuse this. And let's get back in this sketch. And now I need to do a little bit of past experience. So the bending of PLA or PETG is both the same. It's long enough that it can do that and hopefully clicks in, but then we also need to safely get it out again. Okay, let's go for 2. Just 2 millimeters, that is 5 lines should be enough. So that is that one. This one goes up. Let's make this 9 so it's good around. Oh, right. Yeah. Let's remove you, that we don't see you, and can see that area perfectly fine. Awesome, now we can actually do a front and see where we're going. Okay, so this is the height that we're gonna strip on. So this needs to be go to 13 because I want to have a standard heavy thing. So I can ruffle that one out, see where it goes. Yes. Then 2 millimeters. 2 millimeters should be fine. And that can be better. So I guess that's. Okay, that should be fine. And we have that one and make the bridge like that. Oh. Come on, Fusion, you can do it. Come on. Ah, there you go. Okay, so we have this one. Got that one, this one, and that one lined up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, got that one, so this one, and this one, and this one needs to be mirrored. Select the line. Go. Oop, that's not where I wanted to go. You and you needs to be parallel. Oh. You and you. Okay, can we do this one parallel? Wait. What the hell? Okay, you're being away now. You are perpendicular, yes. You and you. There we go. Found it. So now we have this one. I think the thickness should be adjustable. And then we have that one cut out, yes. Right? Yes. We have this one, and this one. So again, that should be an offset of -4. And this, as I said, should be 5. Because then we have a little bit of space. Then we say new body. And then we need to do some small offsets, of course, but first bottom clip. Wait, what? Huh? How? Oh, that's sneaky. Okay, lesson learned. Click all your lines. Alright, so we have this one selected. We can select that one. We want to cut, keep the tools, cut this one away. Then we say bottom holder gone, offset gone, and this one gone. So you can actually see what we're doing. Then we can do this. No, they don't want that. Okay, so I know that this one needs 0.1. 0.1, 0.1, and 0.1. That's the one I want the most on this side, yes. Then we're gonna bring out the bottom connector holder and remove this one. And do this as press pull 0.1. So now we have those offsets, so if we bring them both back, you're gonna see there's a little bit of wiggle room. That's kind of what you need. So this one clips in. Like, technically, I don't need this one, right? Yeah, I still want this, but we're gonna move this one. No, I make mistakes here. This needs to be 4. Because then we do that. Finish sketch. That's more like it. Now we can do this one. Ooh, right. 3.8. Finish sketch. Now this one breaks, I know. Now it works again, because this offset here fucks up that one. But then at least it's, if it somehow breaks loose, then at least we have to hold it there, and that's the one thing I want. Just a little bit of more safety going in. Okay, so now we have that one. Now we're gonna remove this one again, and then say this one and this one. Chamfer. Because I want to give the people small wedge when you put it in and you just squish it in. This makes that part a lot easier. At least you have a guiding point of like, oh, it needs to go there. And then you click it in. Yes. And then we have this one again. Layer 2. This is pretty thick. Okay, yeah. So, okay. So how do we get that one back out again? So we're gonna go for this. Make it a 2 bigger. Okay, 1. Follow the same principles. There we go. 1, 3, 5. Then I'm gonna mirror it again. Create the mirror, select mirror line, there we go. No. And then we create a point where you can put your nails in. It's 1 millimeter enough for that. think 2 is better. 1.5. 1.5. Then 1.5 again, and 1 and 1.5. Wait, now 0.5 please. Okay, so this one goes up by 2. Okay, so this one can get mirrored 2 now. Let's see, there we go. That one was mirrored 2. So now we can do this one and this one as an additive. Because then you can at least with your fingers break it loose. You have a little bit of grip there. So this should be 1.5, 1.6, that should be fine. Yes. Then we have this one. So we're gonna get this one now back. Now we can do that, so bottom holder, you can do the same process again, times 16, yes, there we go. Skip one, select the next, skip one, select the next. Then we say, no. 3, 3, 2. Oh, right. Fuck. Yeah, that's a problem. I didn't think about this one. Yikes. Right. Yeesh. Okay, well, never mind those two. Oy, oy. I hope this is gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work, huh? That's gonna work, so do that one gone. Now this one needs to go there. Oh, I'm gonna fuck this up. Eh? Eh? Come camera. I know it's the wrong position, but it becomes small enough that you can put it in. Oh, sweet. Fix that. Okay, and then it becomes just a pain to get it out. Okay. I mean, is that really what I want? Is that really what I want? Oh, wait. Ooh. Wait. Oh, of course this breaks. How did I break this one then? What? Do I want to make this actually round, or do we want to make it... If you make it perfect round, you can just shove it in and push it down. But printing wise, that's gonna be a bloody pain. But if I do that, then... Okay, so the hard part is creating that angle. Printing wise, it becomes a pain. But if we do that, then we do this one, press pull. And then we go pretty far in this. I'm not sure about that one. Okay, let's first get that one. Then we say bottom clip. I should not do this here. Okay, press pull action didn't go through, so okay. Then we say split body with splitting tool, this one. Yeah, it's having trouble. Should not have done this. Come on, fusion! Yeah, I knew that one. I knew that one was coming. Okay, so let's finish sketch. Don't want that gone. Complete, and then what the hell? Okay, also not what I want. Okay. New. Why is my sketch not visible? Okay, there. Now we grab that one. Can you please not? Can you? Oh, bloody. I don't have extending. Why the hell are you still doing this? I'm pissed. I'm really stupid Gremlin thing. This one. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, so then we get this nice and round. So we can actually push it in. Press pull again. Sometimes it works. And sometimes it doesn't. I really need to control this. Yes, okay, cool. This is saved. Oh, come on. Okay, so that makes it better. Okay, somehow. No. Okay, now we're going back to this one and this one. That's that one. A little bit too technical, but this prevents that no one can print it on accident in a different site. There's only one bloody direction that you can print this one safely. Yep. Okay, cool. Okay, we got this one too. Okay, so these ones and these ones. X1 and X2, that needs to be gone too, so I can do that. Button clip holder, these are the two parts that I want. We got this one moved up. Oh, it looks beautiful. Okay, so now we can combine, join, don't keep the tools. Shift chain connect, everything up. There we go, and this is all flat, so now I need to make a support line, support bridge for this area, which is going to be a little bit hard. But I've done it before, I know how to do it. And then we're done. Then we're done for today. Woo! Oh, I'm still going to print it out, and it takes some time, but I will. Yeah, I'm getting tired. So that is for off-stream. But we need to make a nice support bridge, and the scary part is that this. Ooh. Okay, let's make this bridge. You know what? I don't need this sketch. I want start it from here. Print it down. Cool. Finish sketch. Where's this one? Yeah. And good enough. A little bit smaller. Then we can go back in time again or to the future. Because now it's small enough that the bridging next to it should be fine. I want to do it a little bit more secure, but then at least you have the clip here that holds it in place. It should not have to be this big. Oh, misclicked. Okay, so now we can go to this one, and that doesn't really matter, so I need to go to this one. Okay, always the hard challenge of making this wacky supports. Like, yeah, you can use the automated generator slice supports. You know what? I don't trust those motherfuckers. I really don't. I really don't. Alright, offsets. 0.2. That's the first line. Then we have an offset of this one again. Hey, I said offset. Yep. And we go to. I do always 0.4, but I also do 0.5, so this needs to go to 0.8. So that's the first line. Zero 0.4, that is 0.8, so it should cover 2 lines, yes. Yeah. Right, should have done that before. Alright, this one, this. Kinda overkill, but I still like this better than the generated Prusa or any slicer you call it, like, I'm still not the biggest fan of the slicers. Because it's that generating, it doesn't takes me wrong. I preferably do this than making it overkill and do it all in a controlled fashion, because now I actually know what's gonna happen. Minus 0.2. Nobody, yes. Now we just need to do this.
You are listening to 24/7 London Radio.
What the hell? That's not what I wanted. Eesh. All right, there we go. Making it good. Yes. Cool. Okay. Now we're going to the next cutout. And do split body. And I want this one and this one, so I need to split the body on that plane. And that plane. Can we do that? Okay, only one. Okay. Split the body there. Wait. Oh. Can we really not split it? That one worked. mesh. Right. Oh, that's a good cut. This one is yeah. Okay, we can make this one a little bit smaller, of course. Nope. Okay, where do we? Now we just got it here. Okay, so this one. Select splitting tool on this one. Yeah. Okay, you split again. That area. Okay. Yikes. Come on, come on, come on. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Should not have clicked. Okay, this was not good to do. Yeah. Oh, I should not have clicked. Okay, I should already knew that this was not the best option. I should have done it differently. Take extra steps, take extra time. Ooh. I was only looking at the button like, oh, this is okay. And then I saw this and I clicked OK and like, damn it, shouldn't have done that. Now it's gonna take really long to calculate. Oh, my mistake. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Alright, let's get the big lamp up. While we're waiting, it's gonna take some time anyway, so why not put the lamp here? Yes. I have just no clue where my power supply is. Oh, bloody hell. I hope I saved again. Did I actually save? Yeah, I hope so. Where's my power supply? Uh-oh. Well, that should be in here. I don't see a wire, so it's not here. It's not here. Huh. Where did I hide my power supply? That's the battery one. Nope. It's not in the back. Where did I hide it this time? Ooh, nope. Oh, right. I thought Fusion was getting alive again. Oh, it's giving me an error. Cool. Thank you. But now I'm distracted. Where's my power supply? I need to walk downstairs and maybe I somehow put it downstairs. I don't know. It's not here. It should be somewhere here, so why should I move it? It's not here, it's not here, it's not here, it's not here, it's not here. Okay, I'm gonna look for it because I want. Before decent area in my house, you can still hear me, but I think where it is, you guys will break off. It should be fine for now. If I actually find it, because I have no clue where it is. Where did I put it? Huh? It's not here either. I am very confused. Alright. Is that him? Yep, okay, found it. Found it. There we go. Ooh, yeah. There we go. Nope, wrong side. At least I was disconnect because I don't want to power search it. Okay, that's one. And then not using the right phone. And then WLED. Is this config still okay? Wait, why are you offline? There. Maximum output, yep, that's fine. Can go higher, 448. Go, there we go. Yeah, at least now you can see that one. And we're gonna put out a small bit of light so you can see it better. But then me gets in the dark. Light exposure. Yeah, okay, but at least you can see it turning now. A little bit exploding, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, Fusion is back alive. Holy crap, should not have done that. Oh, that's pretty neat. And I can also see the inside of the lining up. That it's actually working. Ooh, wait. Shit. That should be fine. If it is not... Ooh. Oh yeah, I want to check that for safety. Okay, we got that part and we got that part. Okay, now we're gonna do the same cut on that side. Oh, wait, what? That one should be connected too. Oh, right, I forgot that one. I forgot it. There we go, that's better. I forgot one. This one was not in the system yet. That's fine. Okay, cool. And we can do this one again.
Thanks to our station sponsor, the Center for Stress Management.
Fusion, you can do it. Huh? Fuck. What the crap? It somehow selected everything wrong, but still finding the problem. Yeah, it's trying to connect everything, but it's... Alright, that should be all. Cool. Full section. Just save. Let's turn on the printer too, because it actually knows how to find it. Yep, there we go. Hopefully no error this time. Sometimes it freaks out with an error when you start it up. There we go. So let's break this one apart, because I don't want to print the whole thing. I just want to do a small section test, so I can actually see what's going on. Oh, of course, yep. I know, that's why I did it. I did it because then you do that perfectly, I know. Okay, so edges on the outside needs to be cleaned up. Fast. Okay, that works. That works. Okay, so you do this one and this one. Create another group. Test, because I forgot the other name. Yes. Take the test, load it in. That should be a lot better. Yeah. Okay, that looks okay. That's a small pot, it should be fine. No extra bridging. Oh, okay, good. It's only 4 hours. Well, that's 16, so yeah, time-wise this should make sense. Okay, then we need button clip. Create copy. Nope, not here. Clip. Create copy. Let's see where we're going. There we go. Back to Prusa. I would say add a part. Clip, clip, clip. getting this problem again. I write 0.3, hopefully. I need to make a separate profile because this is my main profile to tweak everything with, so. Eh? Why is this? I always have printed this good, so why it's not doing it right now? It's off. There's something off. That's how it should work. I've done this with 0.4, so 420. Leak. Yeah, so the support part here is a little bit iffy probably, but it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. All right. Send it. Let's see where it goes. All right. All right. That's gonna take the most time. All right. Everyone, again, thank you for watching. I will do my best to improve on the explanation and keep talking, and that's still a learning curve for me, but I will get there. See you next time all, and hopefully have a good night, a good day, whatever time zone you are. And have a good weekend, because it's weekend here. Later.